back of my leg.
You definitely, never told me about that ever. I was just thinking of straight things.
Normal straight people think. Cats and eyeballs.
Oh, you're straight? Name 10 straight things right now.
Going to comedy shows where the comic just complains about being married the whole time. And everybody laughs. Except for you. And you're like, that's probably not how relationships go.
Cringy pregnancy announcements.
Yeah. Okay, there's 2.
Mayonnaise. Oh wait, that's white people. Sorry.
Pampered chef parties.
What is
Colonial.
that?
Wait, no, that's white people.
It is white people. I mean, it's white people, but it's also like married white people.
Wait, sorry. What is the Pampers
The
party?
Pampered Chef is like an MLM for cooking gadgets. And unfortunately, the gadgets are so good. So like...
Okay. Thank you for letting me know, because I've been trying to ask people if I can be straight passing. And so this is helping my costume. Okay. It's helping my cosplay. Okay. But that's wild. People have parties for appliances?
I mean, yeah, but they're like...
It used to be Mary Kate.
Mary Kay, yeah. I mean, not Mary Kate. Don't you disparage Mary Kate and Ashley on this podcast. That'll get us canceled, sir.
Well, listen, we got to be known first before we can be canceled. Is all I got to say.
But what happens if you get canceled before you can even become famous?
Interesting. Well, I'll cross that bridge when I be berated by white women. Oh, no.
As the representative white person, I'm so sorry.
I love it. I love this.
Yeah, hi. Welcome to Dungeons & Degrees. My name's Adrian.
And I'm Alex.
And today we're talking to Sin.
Hello.
Hey, Sin.
Howdy. Salutations. Bonjour. Ciao. I don't know any other hello greetings.
Oh, you got more than I did.
Anyways.
Hi, this is a One Piece podcast now.
It's a language learning podcast now.
Oh, is it a Duolingo?
This is, yeah.
Yes, welcome to Duolingo. I am but a simple owl.
Who?
That's fair. I just hit 365 days. Well, I hit 377 today. But last week, 2 weeks ago, I hit 365.
Oh my god.
Nice.
Congrats. I just hit 308.
And then I lost my streak, and I haven't been back.
Absolutely not.
I hit 308, I think. I just said. I don't know. I haven't done my lessons today.
Mm-mm.
The bird's coming.
The bird.
It's okay. I have Windows.
I hit like 312, and then I lost my streak, and I was like, fuck no. Really? Never again am I playing this game.
Nice. I'm glad for that.
And I did it. And I got all the way.
Ooh, what languages are y'all learning?
Korean.
I am Spanish and French.
Ooh, wait, I'm starting Spanish soon. You want to speak Spanish with me?
Oh my god, I am terrible at it. Yeah, so my kids.
I don't know how to.
My kids at my school. I have they're split into like only English speaking and then bilingual students. So I tend to speak horrible broken Spanish. But I've gotten to the point in the last 2 years of working on it that they don't completely look at me like I'm crazy when I tell them things.
You love this.
I know.
I can speak Vietnamese. It's very wild. It's my first language, but I struggle to read and write it. So I've been taking Duolingo to learn how to write my own language.
How was that experience?
Wild, actually, because I think a lot of people think Vietnamese is like one monolithic language, but we have like different dialects, and Duo is like powered by Google, so they only have Northern Vietnamese. So sometimes they say words and I'm like, I don't know what that is. This is wild. This is grade 1 Vietnamese and I don't know what this word is. Because like I'm from the South, so I'm like, oh, it means dad. I don't say that.
Gotcha. Give me 1 second. My actual microphone's not on the right thing, so let me be right back.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry.
How dare you?
How changed.
So good.
I didn't buy this pretty thing just to like be there and just pick up my this I think I've had this for like 5 or 10 years. This headset that my dog chewed up, or no, this camera, it has a little mic on it, but I still have it. So that's how I was reading before, or not reading, but how I was recording before the
Baby
second
girl.
ago.
Also, sorry, I call everyone baby girl.
Wow. It's okay. I'm fine with baby girl. Any and all.
This is
Any
a
and all
baby girl
pronouns, I don't
friendly
care.
podcast.
We're all baby girl.
We're all baby girls.
We're not. In the end, we're not dust. We're
Just
all baby
return
girls.
back,
Exactly.
baby girl.
Listen,
Mhm.
this is how I
Yeah,
know
yeah.
people are allies. I just call men, like very masculine looking men, baby girl, and their reactions tell me all I need to know.
Every time. Every time.
Oh, shit. Oh, man, I'm supposed to be the straight man. Oh, I'm not an ally. Baseball. I don't
Baseball?
know.
Baseball gay?
I think
I
baseball.
thought that was
I don't-
queer.
I think softball is queer.
Whoa,
I don't know
whoa,
if
whoa.
baseball-
No.
whoa,
Softball's
whoa,
queer for the
whoa.
lesbians.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but like, I don't know, man. I just did swimming and lacrosse and
I
soccer.
would say
and that's
rugby
it.
would be the gayest of the man sports.
Really?
Yeah, because they've got to like grab the pants and like lift each other up, right? So it's like they're having their constant dirty dancing moments with each other,
Ooh, okay, you're right, actually. Yeah, I would agree with that.
right?
I don't know, though. Chess, though, too. I would argue chess is a very queer sport. You're very intellectually engaged with the person across from you.
And you're just looking at each other's eyes.
Mm-hmm. Timing them.
Yeah, that's romantic though. It's not necessarily gay; it's just romantic.
You know what? That's true.
Maybe.
May-
I don't. I'm chronically lonely. I have no idea what that means anymore. You know, it's been. Fuck, how long has it been? How old am
We're
I?
not.
Oh my
doing
God.
We're not doing math. Adrian, not like this.
Oh,
Not like
no.
this.
It's been 5. It's been almost 5 years. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Anyways,
No.
hi, welcome to Dungeons and Degrees. We're talking to Sin. We're gonna talk about anything and everything.
Everything.
This is
It's chaotic.
it's just fun. We're having fun.
Hello.
It is. That's our podcast. We're not supposed to be actually doing anything. We're just supposed to put content out there so we can have fun with our friends and then get an excuse to talk to somebody for 1 hour and then just gather all the friends together.
Honestly, it's a vibe.
I did
The
try.
best podcasts are just conversations.
I did look. I did like.
You did try what?
I tried to find a topic in which I felt Sin would be not qualified. That's not the word because nobody here is qualified for
Wow.
it.
This is massive. Yeah, we are so qualified for anything right here.
No. I just something that like sparked or tickled and like it's everything. The issue is it's everything that I don't know. Like, you put on the internet that I'm like, yeah.
I knew Sin was into One Piece because Sin did a Zoro cosplay.
I also am working on the sleeve panel.
Yeah.
Panels.
Oh,
Panels are so good.
oh, they're so juicy. I love them.
They're so
I feel really bad because I specifically make my tattoo artist rewatch the scene so she can capture the emotion as she tattoos me.
I mean, attention to detail, the love of the craft. You gotta.
well, if you're gonna
Yeah,
transmute right into your body, like why not straight up
Exactly.
emotion?
Well, it's funny because like she never started watching One Piece until I was like, "Hey, I need you to do this. I can't have someone who doesn't watch it tattoo me."
Listen, if you want me as a client, I need you to do this for me.
Please. And then she'll like message me after she's seen them and she's like, "Could you not do this to me?" Like,
Yep.
uh,
It'll happen.
I guess spoilers to any listeners who are not caught up.
Oh wow.
But
okay.
the I love you scene with Law, she watched it the morning of and was like, "Is and I'm not ready, and I'm like, I've already took the time off work. You gotta do it.
The emotion was like embodied within her, and then through the ink, it had to come out. Yes.
I'm gonna wave to Alex.
Alex, I'm doing my best.
Oh, it's frozen for me.
Yeah.
There you go. But yeah, we talked. I mean, yes, One Piece is a big part. A lot of great storytelling and in-depth character like backstories within like individual arcs, which is something I am always striving to do within my games.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey, this is gonna be mainly storytelling towards this character, this series, and then this character, which is really cool if you have like a long running game and you can do that. I think though, like during like one shots and stuff, I'm always having an issue of trying to like I know they didn't put. I mean, some people do. Some people give me 3 pages for a one shot character, but like I want to add some of their flavor because they put in the effort. But I also need to make a concise story within a one shot to make it seem like at least give them some fun, right? So it's hard to add those pieces,
Yeah.
in my opinion. But I'm learning. Maybe I can do it better.
I find it really depends on the group you're with, but I kind of have like this nailed down system at this point with like some of my close friends where I just say, okay, and I'm gonna be really transparent here. I used to work with seniors in like therapy with dementia, and like one of the first things I always asked them was, if you could be remembered for one thing, what would it be? And that's the question I ask my players like pre one shot, which is if your character could be known for one thing in this world, what would it be? And that's the only thing I work towards in like my one shot instead of getting their whole backstory. Because I also have players who like to give me 6 pages, and I'm like, I can't put all of this into 3 hours, baby girl.
So my brother's backing up, and the car is just right there. And I pause, and he didn't back up anymore. And then I unpause, and he's still going.
Why is he? What? That's a lot to back up. What is he? No. No, I like the one line. I really do think that could be potentially really heartbreaking, though. Like either
Yeah.
to get that moment, or even on the opposite of like being so close.
Yeah. I also find like it's one of those things where it's like I try to be realistic where I'm like, I'll try and do my best to get it, but I can't always get it.
Right. Yeah.
The other little hack I do is like give me 6 rumors, 2 that are true, 2 that are entirely false, and 2 that are half true. And then I like secretly disperse them among the players so they all get their own secret copy of someone's rumors. And it's kind of like at least that part of your backstory you can get out in like a very social way.
Is this like you give them like you roll a d6 and then you give them one, or is it like this is the juiciest? I'm just gonna give them this one.
I just tell all the players to roll me 2d6s, and then the 2 numbers correlate with someone's rumors, and I just hand them to them, and I'm like, here you go, here's a juicy little treat.
Is this in person?
In person and online.
Okay.
I
just haven't had an in-person game forever.
So I
was so jelly.
I'm having my first in-person one in 3 weeks, in so long, and I'm so excited because there's a place near me called Stormcrow Manor where you can rent rooms to play D&D in, and it's like a nerd bar, and I'm like thriving. I've made so many props. Do I need to? No, but I haven't played in person in so long.
So the last time you were in person, would you always make props, or is this a skill that you kind of gained since then?
I used to always just only make props for like the big boss battles. To my detriment, my players would see me come with a suitcase, and they're like, "Oh, it's a big fight." Like,
oh shit!
Oh no!
And so then during the roleplay period, they'd be like, oh, "Okay, how do we buff each other up right now?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not doing anything. It's just a fun little story."
Just a guy that you met.
At that point, you just got to bring the suitcase every time so they keep them guessing.
You know what? Big brain for next time.
Juke them out You just give them a bunch of like floor shirts. Hey, it's a beach episode. JK, gotcha.
Well, like I get creative with my things. So like I remember I drove to Pittsburgh to run a one shot for some friends. I live in Ontario, by the way.
Yeah.
So and I just made a map with nachos and food, and I was like, let's go. Because I didn't want to travel with a bunch of stuff, and I didn't want to have to bring a bunch of stuff back, so I was like, nachos.
Okay, wait, describe this nacho situation to me. Because my brain went one way, and I could be wrong.
Okay, so the ingredients that like lettuce and stuff that kind of like wilt over time, I just put them separately on the side, and I built like a little village out of those. The really like colorful like corn chip nachos were different like NPCs and like players, and then like the regular just like yellow tortilla nachos became like the landscape and the mountain, and then like the cheese became like this ooze they had to avoid.
Stop.
Like I truly was just like, we're gonna get creative here. We're gonna get spicy. It's because I like my specialty now is like I do play therapy with children through like D&D and like toys. So now I just make really weird maps whenever I can, and I use my home players as my guinea pigs. Like, hey guys.
I think I've only experienced play therapy once. It was interesting, you know, because it kind of like I knew it was happening as I have a degree in psychology, so like I knew it was coming, and then I just did it, and I was like, let's see what happens, and I'm like, oh fuck my head, how does this actually work out? Like it's bizarre.
I don't know if you find this experience with your psych background, but like for me, I can't do D&D therapy because I run it, because then I start analyzing everything I'm doing as I'm playing. So like I do see a therapist who also specializes in drama therapy, but we do it in like theater therapy rather than D&D, because otherwise I'm like, I practice this. This is all I'm seeing for myself. And I'm like, is this just my deep-seated trauma, or am I just a little guy?
It's always the trauma. That's the hard part.
No.
I know.
Or like when people come onto this podcast and we have the conversations about like your first character, and then it's just like, hey buddy, hey, I'm so sorry to tell you. But
yeah, I have this bad habit where like sometimes I am under the influence when I play with friends, and in between our breaks I'll just make offhanded comments. I think one time okay, the problem with sometimes when you like have a therapy background is like you psychoanalyze people when you don't want to. I don't even think I was playing D&D this one time. I was playing Stardew Valley with my friend, and I'm just like, we're just talking about our D&D characters, and I was like, hey, has it ever struck you that like all of your characters are really obsessed with leaving a legacy behind? Do you think that has to do with something that like you've thought about for yourself and what you really want? And they're just like, pardon? I was like, yeah. I think sometimes you just feel like you're an underdog and you just want to have your story told and make sure that it's a valuable story. I'm getting the look from said friend right now.
Oh no.
Hello, operator.
Yeah, the noise I got was a lot of quiet on the other end, going, oh. And then no response for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, that'll happen. I've had to like, I usually can calm it down a bit because I didn't. I see it sometimes like, okay, listen, I know that I have psychology background. I'm not trying to analyze you, but you asked for help, so this is how I'm analyzing it. So like, don't be mad at me when I say things. I'm just trying to figure things out. And then I just dive in.
You're so much nicer than me. I raw dog them. Like, I'm like, listen, I'm not gonna preface it. I'm just gonna say it.
No, I don't know. I think I've had such a previous background of trying to figure out how to communicate well, because I think before people like, this guy's weird, so I had to like skew how I talk into a proper way to make people feel okay to talk to me.
It's called
Speaking
masking.
as a child who had a safari guide of other children, don't worry about it.
What did you say, Alex?
I said that's called masking.
Yeah, well, I don't know what the other thing is. There's nothing like There's nothing there. There's nothing underneath. It's just my learned habits at this point. There's no like, I take it off. It's just there.
I think that's part of the masking.
Hey, Adrian.
Mm.
I think you need to go to therapy.
Yeah, why not, man? I haven't been diagnosed. I don't have ADHD. I don't like when people last minute change things because of things they couldn't foreseen. It just messes with my times. But you know, whatever. That's not an ADHD autism thing. Whatever. You know, whatever.
Adrian, I'm so
What?
sorry.
What?
No, you're doing great. Listen, you're doing great.
I never like when someone says that. I'm like, what does that mean? Am I not doing great? What's happening?
I stopped reading into a lot of things. I just like, okay, if they're not going to tell me what's actually happened, they won't tell me. But if I really want to know, I'll ask over and over.
Oh no, I just go in a corner and I hyperfixate about it until I cry, and then I'm like, I'm good.
And I got that out of my system. No long-lasting scars.
Listen, one time I realized how neurodivergent I was because I was so upset about something, and I was like, I'm going to go to the gym, and I just took 2 really big scoops of pre-workout, and I was like, I can't feel anything past this sensory nightmare. I just went to the gym. I was like, wow, that's wild.
Part of me wants to just go get some pre-workout and be like, all right, let's fucking panic attack. No, we're not.
Don't do it. I don't recommend it. That is not healthy.
But the gains.
Yeah.
The gains.
Oh, stop.
20 reps of hyperventilating.
Listen, I had a panic attack. I had an anxiety attack. Not full-blown, right? I was a little inconsolable, but I wasn't to the point where I was crying in the corner. But I found myself laying in bed, and I now have a weighted, the little weighted, what is that? Alligator?
Is that dinosaur thing?
It's an alligator. No, I have a weighted alligator, and I have a weighted hammerhead shark. No neurodivergence here. We're totally fine. We're doing great. And then I had
totally neurotypical.
Right. And then I had my normal weighted blanket, and then like a bunch of blankets piled on top of me, and I was like, I'm doing great. And then like just the silent tears, just like, please God, end it now.
Just casually.
Just on a Tuesday.
Hey, Alex, you want to know how to turn those into good tears?
What? Why?
You could watch One Piece.
No.
Listen, the One Piece cry is so good, though.
It's so good. Oh.
I've never regretted any One Piece tears.
Yes, exactly.
I've cried over.
It hurts you so good.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Listen, I am not watching it. No, I'm not watching it currently, but I'm not interested in watching it.
I'm just gonna put this out there. I will happily, and I do this with every friend I get into One Piece, I will happily watch you learn how to make a donut. The anime's gonna show you how.
I hate that.
I've seen it exactly 18 times.
You fucking know. I think it's 4 or 5.
It's great. Learning how to make donuts is great. Who doesn't love donuts?
I really feel like it's a trap. It feels...
It's not a trap.
Do you not like donuts?
It feels too wholesome to not be...
Oh, it's full of hole.
To be fair, that's the only way to have a full donut. So.
Yep.
I talked to my kids about this show. What? Why are
Listen,
we... No.
Alex, what you need to know is that, like, this show is so healing. Like, I don't have daddy issues, and this show fixed my daddy issues. Like, that's how good and healing this show is.
Okay. I'm not
I
watching
think
it.
that's what it
Okay.
is.
That's it.
Listen. You had a whole week to start it. You have another whole week to start it. I want you to at least get to Arlong Park before we go to PAX U, okay?
And like, here's the thing: the show is now on a 6-month hiatus. You have time to catch up.
Mm-hmm.
And like, really,
Yes.
your only competition out there is that baby who's watching one episode a day.
That baby.
Like, here's the thing: I made Hello Operator start watching the show, because I was like, I refuse to marry someone who's not caught up on One Piece. And I was like, listen, you're not caught up, but if this baby beats you, I swear to God, I don't know that I can go through with this. Listen,
Yeah. No, I've got
it's
time.
28 days.
I've got time. I've got plenty of time. And then I die. I got time.
Oh, it is 28 days.
28 full days of episodes to catch up, and you'll be fine.
It'll heal all your
Oh, no.
problems.
All right. Well, Sunday, my calendar is completely clear. There's nothing on a Sunday. So I got 12 good solid hours.
Sorry, there's a train passing through.
Yeah, it's the One Piece train, and you need to get on.
Oh gosh. Yeah, 12 hours, that's 24 episodes, right? 30 minutes a piece? Are they 30 minutes?
And I would say 30 to 20.
Let's be real, right? Like, an episode of One Piece on Crunchyroll is about, like, 21 minutes. 5 of those minutes are recap. So, like, realistically, you could skip the recap.
Okay.
So really, it's just 15 to 16 minutes per episode.
So really, 12 hours.
Listen, if you can watch a Critical Role episode, you can watch like 10 One Piece episodes at least.
Can you watch a Critical Role episode?
I don't even know.
I can't.
I don't know.
I can't either. I can't. I tried. I really tried.
Don't get me wrong. I watched Exandria. I loved it. But the episodes are too long for one sitting. And then, like, my ADHD brain will watch the episode, pause it, walk away, come back and be like, I don't remember what happened.
Yes, my issue. I just can't. I was trying my best. I was like, okay, I got to do something with my hands. Okay, I'm gonna play Hades for the 500th time while this goes on, and then I'm like, oh, this dialogue's actually getting good in Hades, and I fucking pause it and I just get into Hades instead.
Okay, but Hades is so good.
It's such a good game.
I
got the second one. So good.
I have it sitting in my cart, but because I'm in grad school right now, I told myself I have to make it to the halfway mark before I can open it.
Oh no!
What's the halfway mark?
December. I'm so close.
Of this year? Okay.
I'm so close.
I thought you meant like of your whole program.
Oh, my program's only a year and a half, because like the way it works in Canada is if you have like your BSW, you have advanced standing with your MSW, so you take a year off, like of the total time.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Because what they cover in your first year of your master's is supposed to equate to what you did in undergrad, if it's the same field. So thankfully, I don't have to be in school debt for that long.
That's a good program.
Gotcha.
That's like a really good, because then you have 2 years of you're out of program, but then at least you're catching back up.
Yeah, it's nice. It's been really funny because like I'm doing like a health specific one, and like everyone's into this cool like, oh wow, like I'm here to do like mental health inpatient work. I'm here doing like addictions, and I'm here like, wow guys, I'm doing health and research projects around TTRPGs and grief and death. And everyone's like, what? And I'm like, yeah, I'm playing video games to research grief in media.
Oh, okay. I gotta ask, which video games?
So right now, I have a couple on the go because like I'm as much as I'm like I am playing video games for fun, I actually have a notebook where I'm taking straight up notes on like how grief is like processed in video games and how we portray it culturally. So I'm replaying Spiritfarer. I don't know if either of you have played that.
I've heard of it. You like gather souls and you do tasks for them.
Fantastic game.
That's all I know.
It's a cozy action adventure visual novels resource management game, because you also build your boat up, you have a garden, you have a kitchen, you have to take care of everyone's like feelings and stuff, but it's also a story based mode. fair warning, you do cry a lot. Like, a lot. There's, like, a couple, like, trigger topics I usually tell people. I'm like, there's, like, a lot of stuff around, like, war for someone. There's, like,
Mm-hmm.
abuse mentions. There's a lot, but it's also, like, such a nice, juicy game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also playing Unpacking, which is a cozy little puzzle game where you follow a woman into her, like, 30s. And, like, it does environmental storytelling. It's really cool. So, like, the change in the objects tell you kind of how her life's going, what she's doing with her life. Like, there's no dialogue. It's completely silent. You're just unpacking all her stuff into new houses.
That's pretty
I've-
cool. I've seen
Mhm.
Unpacking before. I just
Um,
never picked it up because I'm like, oh, this is cute, but I got slightly to the left instead or something. I forget what the game was called.
and I'm also playing Diablo. First time.
Which one?
3.
Okay.
I was gifted it, and I was like, you know what? Like, let's explore this because it talks about the resiliency of humans in times of turmoil, and that is an aspect of grief that we don't talk about.
True.
Truly, anything. Like, if you give me like 20 minutes, I'll pull any kind of description out of my butt to describe how something is related to grief.
I mean, really, we could talk about the
Things that I cried about.
entire God of War game, the entirety of it.
The franchise.
Okay.
Well,
But
it's such a good franchise. I don't know, like, I feel like we live in a society that likes to deny talking about grief and death and loss a lot.
mm-hmm.
But, like, when you talk to people, I think people really love talking about it. Like, people want to talk about it. That's why we tell stories of, like, traumatized D&D characters. Because we want to be able to talk about them in, like, socially acceptable ways or through games. Because we're like, I'm too uncomfortable to look someone in the eyes and talk about how sad I am.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Or I'm afraid that if we don't do this objective, it was all for naught, and I dislike this feeling.
Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I always tell people, like, grief's fun to talk about. Because, like, you learn so much about people. And, like, I don't know. People are so fascinating in how we grieve. Because, like, I think the 5 stages of grief are bullshit. Because it's not linear. It's not clean and
No.
neat. It's messy.
Mhm.
Sometimes you look at a book from, like, 30 years ago and then you just sob. I say that as if I'm old enough to say that.
You're not 30?
No,
How
and
old do you think I am?
I don't know. You're in mine and Alex's age range, which is what? I'm 30.
Mm-hmm.
So what? You're 28, 26? I don't know.
I'm ageless.
Oh, okay, well,
That's
fuck.
true.
Shit, I was wrong.
No, I'm 29.
yeah.
See, you're almost there.
I know, but I'm still relishing in the, like, could you imagine being 30? Couldn't be me.
Yeah, Alex, could you imagine?
I have been talking to a friend of mine who was like, "Oh, the 30s," and I was like, "Bitch, you're 31. Like, you're not in your 30s, okay? Talk to me when you wake up and your hips refuse to move, or like yesterday I went to a concert and I was standing there and I like realized I really hadn't like bent my knees, and I bent one knee and I was like pop pop pop, and I was like, oh, fuck me. Like, so anyway,
Shoot out in your knees.
it was wild. And I was like, this is it. This is how we die. Like, I have to now bend my knees at a concert. I can't just like stand here and bob back and forth. I have to do like
love that.
exercises. It's so great.
Listen, I have hidden bubble wrap. I'm waiting for operator to be unexpected, and I'm just gonna pop it as he walks.
No.
I mean, I don't think operator will know the difference.
You know what? That's fair. I feel like once you reach a certain age, you can't hear certain pitches anyways.
Yeah, no, I feel that.
I used to do that regularly
Really?
until those sounds started going away, and I was like,
I used to stand next to speakers.
nope. I don't even listen. I don't even try to see how much I can hear anymore. I'm done. It's just there.
They've actually never existed, to be honest.
I've never. There might have been a time that I could have.
My
not
perceptions. You know what? My perception's the only real one, so if I can't hear it, it's not real.
Oh man.
You have a big brain it.
Big brain energy. Hell yeah.
But I do
Just will it into non-existence.
My brain's pretty smooth, though.
no ridges, no
No
lumps.
bumps, just shiny cardboard.
No bumps. I'm pretty sure my one brain cell is like a one-legged dwarf trying to run across the smooth landscape, trying to reach a really tall shelf for data.
Oh
So beautiful. Such a beautiful imagery.
He's trying. He's doing his best.
no, I would agree that the stages of grief are not they're not linear. There's no way. But they all happen at one time sometimes too. So like you could categorize it, but you're like, cool, I'm really sad, but I'm also really mad. But like, what if you just come back? Like, all at the same time. So,
Yeah.
mhm.
Like, sometimes you feel nothing, and then you look at an egg months later, and then you just start sobbing.
Or a donut.
That's not a real experience that I'm citing.
I don't believe you for some reason. I don't know why. I don't.
I believe them.
You know what? I mean, I couldn't eat a donut for a while when I learned how donuts were made.
I don't know if I want to watch this episode right now, y'all. I don't know.
This episode, don't worry about it.
You've got time. That's like 400 episodes deep.
Yeah, don't worry about it. You'll forget by the time you get there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you'll cry over a boat before then.
Mm-hmm.
Don't look so scared. Listen.
Or a whale.
Listen.
What do you mean a whale?
Listen.
Or a dog.
Why are the animals what's happening with the animals?
Or a guy in a chest.
A chest or a chest?
Yeah.
Oh, I fucking hate y'all. No.
You might even cry over a pinwheel.
Or a tattoo.
Oh god, the tattoos. They cry.
Everyone that's caught up, y'all know what we're putting down. Y'all who don't know anything, don't worry about it. Don't.
I don't know if you're a crybaby, but like I fully straight up cried watching rice hit the ground, and it wasn't because I grew up as a poor kid. I mean, it might have been.
A little bit column A, a little bit column B.
Listen, I watched that rice ball hit the ground, and I was like, "Wow, you ate that." It's a great show. You should watch it.
I'm gonna cry so much, is what you're telling me. Because I'm a big crybaby.
What, is that different than what you usually do?
But Alex, like, think about this, right? I'm probably not gonna be attending a lot of cons because of school until Gen Con again. So then when you see my arm again, you'll understand everything on it.
Oh.
Like, we're almost full, baby. You can catch up. You can just read my arm and we can just cry together.
Will you hold me in your arm so we can cry together?
You can look at it and then cry harder.
Just using your arm as a tissue.
This one makes me cry the most.
What's that?
It says nothing.
Oh, I love that one.
Nothing at all.
I love that one.
See, nothing happens, so you can't cry.
Nothing happened.
Doesn't feel like nothing happens. Does not feel like
don't
that.
Don't worry about it.
No, it's just a fun, silly, goofy little story.
About a bunch of friends sailing the sea, looking for the One Piece.
Like,
chasing their own dreams.
I'm pretty convinced Oda just played D&D, like a pirate-themed D&D game, and was like, this is a great story. And that's what he and his friends did.
Oda has, like, literally no time to do anything other than do this job.
Well, he's taking a break.
Taking 2 weeks. Yeah. 2 weeks.
Good for him.
We love Oda.
We love Baby Girl.
After 25 or so years, good for him.
A 2-week vacation.
That's the millennial dream.
Ow. Listen, you know what? I appreciate that, man, though, because One Piece is my longest relationship.
Shit. Fuck yeah, mine's too.
Right? It's my longest
Yeah.
relationship. I've actually had a breakup because of One Piece, so like,
I mean, good on you.
listen,
Also, what?
okay, so like, hear me out, right? Episode 1000 was being live streamed,
Oh.
and like, we knew for months, and I was like, okay, I'm booking this evening off work to be able to watch it live in Japan. I have, like, I'm here, I'm ready. And then the day of, this person's like, I need you to go run errands for me. And I was like, okay, I can run them after, but like, I really got something I gotta do. Like, I can't miss this. It's not recorded, it's live. Long story short, it broke out into this fight of like, if you don't get groceries now, we're over. And I just like silently stood up, took my laptop to the guest room, locked the door, and watched it live. And I was like, I'm so sorry, but like, I get it. I've made my choice.
But like, were the groceries that's the hill they were gonna die on?
You know, the most ironic part was I did feel bad, so I did get those groceries after. And then the fruit just wilted in that fridge because they forgot that the fruit existed because they also had ADHD. And like, out of sight, out of mind, but like, dang. Like we're still civil now, like we know each other, we run in the same circles, but I'm still just like, I'm glad I didn't miss the episode to like run to buy fruit that went bad.
That would have been a whole different horrible story.
Oh my god, I think that would have given me real trauma. JK, but like, maybe.
It wouldn't have been the story that broke up. It was the story that you killed a person.
Just like, damn.
Mm-hmm.
Just watching that fruit wilt over time, just rage penting up.
But like, I've told people, I'm like, legitimately, I'm like, I would never ever end my life with someone who could not watch One Piece with me. They don't even have to like it. They just have to be caught up.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know that they'll like it when they get into it.
Yeah,
listen,
this is true.
The amount of exes I got into One Piece who, when we broke up, continued to watch One Piece because they were in it by the time we broke up. I was like, good. You see the power here.
Alex, you gotta
do this, Alex. Like,
I know. I got Sunday open.
listen,
I'll
run a One Piece one shot just for you. Let's go. But you gotta catch up. You gotta watch it.
You catch up first, then the one shot. Before the baby beats you.
Yeah, the baby's only like, what, 200 episodes in? You got this.
Yes. You got this.
Where is this time coming from? Where is this time?
What do you mean this time?
Do you have a laptop?
I have a laptop.
You can walk around with your laptop, can you not? You can cook with it. If you go to a bathroom, take it with you. While you're showering, leave it on the toilet seat by the shower.
Okay.
Most phones fit in a Ziploc bag. You just watch it from your phone in the shower.
Constantly on my phone. Oh my god. Okay. So yeah. I'll do
Easy peasy.
Mm-hmm. Lemon squeezy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure
Should've
Adrian and I are
started it
both
over the
watching
summer.
One Piece while we're doing this interview, actually.
I sit on the other screen.
Don't look. Don't worry about
What?
it.
All right. Something cool just happened outside my window. Whoa.
Yeah. Okay, I don't know if either of you've had this, where like, I struggled with this actually with One Piece specifically, where you turn like an anime into a TTRPG game. Because it's really hard to find the right mechanics for it.
Yeah, it definitely is. It's to do that is just like, because like power systems are different and does everyone get a devil fruit? Are we making up devil fruit? How do I make sure that everyone's having fun without feeling like, oh, now we're just gods, but still have that like personal struggle within themselves. Like that's just a lot of complicated things that aren't really like within D&D too much, like feelings, because a lot of it is feelings and freedom and belief and stuff like that.
Yeah, there's so far my favorite system to do it is like Apocalypse Keys.
Ooh,
Where
tell me about that.
it's a 2d6 powered by the Apocalypse system.
Okay.
And it like the playbooks are different kinds of like monsters or people who are affected by darkness.
Mhm.
But the really cool thing is there's pools from your own playbook you can pull from, and then like occasionally when you level up, you can take playbook moves from other playbooks. But there are things from an it plays basically like a mystery agency where like you're a creature of darkness, but then there's an agency you work for. And there are shared agency moves, which is kind of where like I played into with the concept of like these are some of the devil fruit things, where like the trade-off is you
Mhm.
can't swim, but you get this power. It's really simple, and like you can kind of, because you can buy and pick from other playbooks, you can kind of build your character the way you want to match like a flavor for it, if that makes sense.
Okay. I think I get what you're saying.
Uh,
That sounds interesting. It's like, so like within they have their own books, and then within the agency they can take things from there as well.
mhm.
All right.
I also really enjoy A5E. I don't know if either of you have checked it out.
Mm-mm.
A5.
It's from Level Up Games, and it's like if you combined 5th edition with 3.5, where it's a little bit crunchier.
Okay.
So it's like when you're playing, like for example, like if you played an elf, but you wanted statistics from a dwarf, you can do that in your build. So they give you like heritage mix and matches, and like you don't really get your stat increases from like your quote unquote race anymore. You get it from like your class and your background and how you play. And they have destinies incorporated, which I love, because when you do certain things that fulfill your destiny, you get inspiration, and there's like features that come with the inspiration rather than just an extra roll. It's like you can burn this
Yeah.
inspiration to do like a feat.
That's cool. It's like more like, instead of it just being like, oh, kill things to level up, it's follow your freaking dreams and level up.
Yeah, and like the really awesome thing too is like with feats, they have evolving feats that roll into each other.
Mm-hmm.
So like I played a character who I always forget the English word. A revenant. Who basically was like, I'm a revenant, I'm here to do this. But their feat was a vendetta, and then the evolved vendetta gives you extra damage on top of what your original feat did. So like they grow with you if you take them.
That's cool. There's so many games that I have yet to play. So many things.
So many, and you're like, ah.
One Piece.
I mean, listen, I got so many decks. Oh my gosh. These are all from the PBO 8 box.
I'm so jealous. I am really mad. I ordered the anniversary like red box.
Mm-hmm.
It's stuck in customs. It's sitting. I watch it every day, and it tells me what day it's gonna ship, and I'm like, I'm watching you. Can you like move a little bit?
I get that. It's a pain. I love. I have this like shop app on my phone that always tracks all my packages and my Amazon order. So like every time my mom buys something from my Amazon account, just like, it's coming today. Or when it's my One Piece, I'm just like, it's in Florida. Whoa, it's in Austin. How did that happen? It's getting closer. Every day, every hour.
The shop app is so hard for me because like lately all of my purchases have been like independents, where like they're like pre-orders. So like I have an Egghead Island Zoro jacket that's like an actual like windbreaker coming. They just finished production on it, and I'm watching it stay in the warehouse. I'm just like, you gonna ship it out soon though? Because you guys sent an update email, and the update email says they're ready to ship. Where's it going?
What's the deal, huh? What's the deal?
Yeah, like if it's so funny. If you look at my phone screen time, it's mostly Google Maps or the shop app being like, where's it at? Where's my stuff?
Give me. I paid for it, please. Customs, let it go.
Also, I'll pay double the custom. Like, I'm poor, but I'll do it. It's worth it.
Listen, I'll send you one of the starter decks that I accidentally bought 2 of, just so you have some variation.
Oh my god. Well, that's the hard thing, is like we have the deck where it's like, oh, you want to bump up their cost because if it costs 8 or more, Luffy gets...
Oh, you have Black Luffy
Yes,
deck.
but we have the exact same deck. So we're sitting there like, all right. And I got us the special like anniversary like chopper booster packs.
Oh, the what are they? Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's pink,
Yeah.
right? EBO1.
So
There you go.
he got some for the deck. None of mine. I got so many Big Mom pirate cards, and I was like, I don't want to play a Big Mom deck.
Yeah.
I don't want that.
Big Mom is tough. It's tough. I don't play. My first deck right now is Bello Betty, Revolutionary Army.
Yes.
So fun. I haven't won any tournaments with it, but it's like the first one I got gravitated towards, and I got all the Revolutionary Army cards for her. And
see,
so good.
my problem is that like being in Canada, there's not a ton of people playing One Piece. Like, I'm in Mississippi right now, and it's the only time I've seen people in real life play it. And I'm like, wow. Canada has a bigger Neopets TCG scene, and I'm thriving.
Yeah, you ran off to buy some more of those Neopets TCGs.
Oh my god, I forgot that you guys witnessed my shame.
We did.
Yeah, I was with Kate. Right? That's her name?
Katie?
Katie.
Katie. Yes, Katie.
Yeah.
And Cogsworth.
Yes. Well, the really embarrassing thing was, we got back to the house before other people, and they just didn't know where I was. And they heard crinkling, and it was the cat stepping on my, like, discarded booster pack wrappers on the ground. And there's just me, not on a table, on the ground, opening Neopets booster packs.
Opening up boosters is just such a crazy feeling. I don't know why. It's addicting.
No, there's something about that fresh card smell, like, of the cardboard and, like, the plastic just tearing open.
Mm-hmm.
The best is when you get, like, a rare card in that pull, and you're like, I could pull another. I could just buy one more pack.
Just one more.
God, it's so tough. It's so tough. It's addicting. I can't.
Yeah, I don't have money. I'm presently trying to figure out a way to tie my research into trading cards so I can justify the expenses. Because, like, I'm doing games in general. I didn't specify video games. So, like...
I mean, you're just trying to do research to see how it would. And, like,
exactly.
just make sure all of the bases are covered. So, yeah. I mean, community building, right? So, like, if I am a person actively going through grief, I'm reaching out to a community, and it is something that you're looking hopeful towards. Like, what is the impact of opening the booster cards? What is the impact of winning on somebody who's actively grieving?
Opening a whole booster box, maybe a case. I don't
know. Who does that?
I'll be real sad, real quick. Give me a second. Just
yeah.
Oh god, it's bad. Actually, I don't know about how either of you feel about Kickstarter. It's so bad for my wallet.
Just hit it. Just give me.
There's a card, like a deck building game I just kickstarted, and I'm so excited.
Oh, I love deck building.
It's Vietnamese. Got angum, but it translates to "Have you eaten yet?" Like, and it's a deck game where you build dinner for someone. and like you're making sure like people at the table in the game eat, and like because they met certain goals, they got expansion packs. So I kickstarted the most expensive one because I was like, I want all the expansions. I can't miss out. So like you get different country cuisines built into like the deck building, and it's so cute and so sweet.
I just want to make dinner for my friends.
I know. There's a really cute board game. I don't know if you guys have heard of it. It's called like Dragon Tea Society.
I got the book. I don't know where I'm looking. It's downstairs. I got the. No. That's the first thing. I kickstarted the book that started all of it.
It's so good.
It's so good.
The game is so good and it's so cute as you move through it, and like the passage of time. This is the only time I believe in.
It's so cute.
I know.
So addicting.
So board games are addicting.
It's like little presents for much, much later, you know?
They're like surprises because sometimes I forget that I kickstart things and then they show up at my house.
See, I'm like the shop app, but with Kickstarter. I'm like, all right, you got your money. All right, we've seen all these things come through. Where are my things? Can I have my things? I did one Kickstarter that I'm traumatized. I permanently traumatized, and I will. One of the makeup brands that did they did a Lisa Frank collab, and it went on, and I dropped at least $150 in that Kickstarter, which I know is not wild and crazy, but I was like, okay, it's backed by Lisa Frank. It did not fulfill. It did not fulfill. They went silent. Nothing happened. And then it was removed. And I was like, cool, but like,
do I get my money back?
No, you don't. That's the gamble. And so now I'm very hyper aware that there is a gamble associated with.
I thought if they didn't fulfill, you had to.
I don't know if it was a later edition, but you don't. At that time, you did not.
How long ago was this?
When did I work at tech? When did Adrian?
When I was in fucking college.
Wasn't you were in college?
20. I think last year I was in college was 2020. 2019.
17.
Sorry.
2017.
Damn.
Yeah.
Dang, you got
16.
God.
Yeah.
17.
I'm like doing math.
Mm-hmm.
Never again.
Yeah, and now so now I have like that nostalgia like for Lisa Frank, which I love because I was a rainbow girly, but now I'm like, I don't.
Oh, you've been slighted.
It affected more than I thought. So anytime I kickstart something, I'm like, oh, am I gonna get it? And then secondly, I can't look at anything Lisa Frank without being like, that bitch. Like,
yeah, I
specifically her.
I feel like I only kickstart certain categories because like I've made some Kickstarter mistakes, and then I like did my own research because like that's a very normal thing to do when you've like lost money on something, is let me research how this industry works. And like certain things, and like even like, you know, my partner, like he put money into a like MMORPG, and like, you know, now he knows how game design works and how long that takes. But like when you kickstart it, you don't think it's gonna take that long.
no, you're like, I'm trusting you that you had most of this already done or it's in the works, but if we're literally starting at ground zero,
It's scary.
yeah.
Like I don't kickstart clothes anymore. I used to because people did really cool themed clothes, but like clothing production is so sketchy.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
You know, I'll always kickstart
Games.
What?
One Piece. I see One Piece products, I always kickstart them.
No, that's dangerous. That's freaking. I dropped so much money on One Piece stuff. I just
Okay.
relax.
What's the problem?
The problem is I am trying to finance a house eventually.
Are you buying the remix manga?
Don't.
Do you know about the remix manga?
I think I do. I think I saw it and I passed by it because
He
I was
doesn't.
afraid to
Let
look
me give us
into
a
it
full
because I knew what that
description.
was.
Okay, so like there's still regular manga, right? But the really unique thing, because like Shonen Jump has done remix manga before for other series, which is like they redo like the story to make it shorter. But the thing they're doing with One Piece is they're making character series remixes where it tells the story up to the time skip from their perspective. So like the Luffy series is just gonna have parts that are just Luffy. So if like Nami was off somewhere else, that's not gonna be in its manga. He's not there for that. It's so cool because like it's still the same story. It's just from their side.
Listen, let me just let me catch up with the manga first, and then I will get.
Well,
the
here's the thing:
remix later.
you've seen the time skip, so like even if you're not caught up, you just gotta read up to the time skip. That's how far it's going. That's all I'm saying.
Look, I'm already looking.
They're not even doing all the characters all at once. I think it's just Luffy, Zoro, and Nami first.
It seems like it's. Oh my gosh. Yeah, there's Zoro. Gee, I'm not doing this. I'm not. Oh, just fucking.
You don't have to do this, but you can just miss out on some of the greatest stories ever told.
I'm
so
I'm
sorry.
already there.
I'm so sorry. I'm not a good influence.
The greatest stories that have ever been told, Adrian, you're just willing to just take that off the table? Stories that you already know and love?
Start the fucking anime. You can talk to me like that. Sin can talk down to me, okay?
I'm caught up on both.
You cannot. That's what I'm saying.
Do you know? Okay, his headphones are on. Do you know how nice it was for me to watch Galaxy Impact animated after reading it in the manga, like, well beforehand? The way my heart burst with joy.
Yeah, it was so good.
Like,
it was so. I don't even
like. Yeah, there's being in love, but have you ever watched a scene that impacted you so deeply get animated? That's all I'm saying.
I need to buy more manga. Hold up.
Like here's the thing, right? TTRPGs where I can flirt with my friends. Fantastic. A+.
Fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Would do again.
An anime where I can explore the extent of the human spirit and how huge traumatic events can impact the way that I see other people in my life and how I move forward. Wow. Damn.
Wow.
I could die happy knowing I've seen One Piece. That's all I'm saying.
All right, Sin, where can they find you? I need to end this before I go into debt. Into a deep well of debt.
You can find me on TikTok, Instagram, X. I always call it Twitter. X, Blue Sky.
It's Twitter.
Different apps that I remember or don't remember to use as sensationally.me, CIN instead of SEN. Also, if you listen to podcasts, I am a writer on a show called Air 313. It just wrapped up last weekend as of recording. I'm not quite sure when this is coming out.
But if I keep up, potentially 2 weekends.
But it's
next Saturday, not this Saturday, but next.
It's 8 episodes long, and season 1 is done. It's just a fun, goofy little audio drama. No feelings, no sadness, just a story. That
doesn't feel like you're telling the truth either. It really feels like I'm gonna be trapped in feelings.
No. It's just a fun, goofy little thing.
Error's like, oops, a little mistake. Oops.
Yeah. Just a little oopsies.
No.
Just a little blip in your heart. It's fine. We all make mistakes. We're all human.
Yeah, we're all human.
Whitebeard taught me that.
Alex.
Thank you, dear listener, for joining us on another episode. You can find us wherever social media is media, at Dungeon and Degrees. You can also find us on all social media, or not social media. I'm gonna back that up. I'm gonna back that. Thank you. Thank you, dear listener, for joining us on another episode. You can find us wherever pods are cast. through Dungeons and Degrees, you can rate us 5 stars, you can share, you can subscribe, you can do whatever you need to do to help us grow. You can share us with your friends, your family, your enemies, and then my favorite, your enemy to lover, because who doesn't believe in romance and love and one bed? Not my favorite trope at all. You can also find us on all social medias at Dungeon and Degrees. You can yell at me, you can yell at Adrian, whatever our hot take for the week. You could just bother us. You can also ask us questions, and soon, 2 months? 2 months we'll be at, no, a month and some change we'll be at PAX U.
Well, soon.
Soon. That's
So,
it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much for listening. Hold on. Sin, you'll outro with us.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
I just forgot to say that because we were just talking. Thank you so much for listening. My name's Adrian.
And I'm Alex.
And I'm Sin.
Yeah.
Go have some fun.